You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the greatest, the tallest, and the mightiest world platform. We are the mother of all spiritual platform. I'm always Queen Hadasha. Today we are going to the mosque, so you can call me Hawa. So you know that name, Dada. I welcome you people with a lot of love. For love, I have enough because you give me enough. Inti warehouse hono, odo ashe hono mama. I believe God is love. So love is very, very important to all of us. So I send you love and I receive your love and I welcome you with lots of love. I am your greatest G, your annoying host. It's another episode. We are discussing Islam and modern science. That's what we are going to discuss today. We have one of our fathers on set who is going to take us through this kind of topic. So let's welcome him first, know who he is, and then we will see what happens here. Papa, we welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Great. Today is your first time on this biggest platform, so please kindly pay obeisance to the followers, greet them, introduce yourself to us, and if there are any loved ones you want to send love to, is equally allowed.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. My name is Muhammad Awal, but they call me Sheikh, which is the title of scholarship. I live in the United States. I have my institution based in Seattle, Washington. I have branches in Guyana, New York, Atlanta, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, and I also have one here in Ghana. But I was born and raised in Cape Coast, so I'm a Cape Coastian, and I'm Hausa and Fulani at the same time. So greetings to you. This is the first time I've been here, and I know and believe that it's going to be very entertaining. And thank you so very much for having me. And definitely, it's going to be nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wish you all the best.
Great. We welcome you to Revelations, and we appreciate you. Abusia, your guest for Enda is going to be great. I will do a few randoms with him as usual before we get into the topic, because we had to bond so we can have a great conversation. So Papa, you said you have branches. Branches of what? Okay,
what I do is this. I have an institution that I teach people how to present Islam in a modern setting, and so I have an I have a branch here in Cape Coast. I have a branch in Nigeria. In about 5 different countries I do have branches.
How to do what?
How to present Islam in the modern setting.
How to present Islam in a modern setting. How is that? Can you teach us?
What is it is that we live in a modern setting, so to speak. We are in the computerized age. We are in the age of technology, age of advancement. And a lot of people don't think Islam is very close to advancement. They think Islam is just this and that. And so I use the Quran, I use the Bible, I use the Upanishad, the Vedas, and I also use empirical evidence from scientists to present Islam as it is, based upon what the scientists have postulated recently, which has been explained in the Quran so many years ago, so many years ago, for those who don't think about that, to kind of understand and have a gist as to what Islam is all about.
You use Vedas. Make me understand it. Are you a Muslim?
1000%.
You are a Muslim?
Yes, ma'am.
Which type of Muslim are you?
I believe in the revelation that was given to Muhammad, which is the Quran, and his interpretation of the Quran. So, basically, I'm just a nominal Muslim who believe in what Muhammad brought. I don't actually have a sect. I understand there's a lot of division, this and that, but I don't want to put myself in that level. I believe in what the messenger said and the Quran. That's it.
So what brought about the sect?
The sect, even in all religion, there are sects, and somehow is the understanding of the scripture or the books. You might look at it differently and interpret it differently, and the other groups say, no, I don't think so, it's got to be this. And so these are some of the division, but otherwise the central theme and the belief system is actually one in all religions. It's the same. But then again, we have differences in understanding and how it should be presented, this and that, so it becomes a sect. But then again, if you look at the basis of it all, it's all the same.
So if I should understand you, you are trying to modernize Islam. Is that correct?
Not really.
But because you said you have branches that you are adding, like maybe we are in a computerizing way. What? So what are you not modernizing Islam?
No. I'm interpreting the Quran based upon the verses that are in the Quran that has to do with modern science, because people never knew that whatever scientists are talking about today has been explained in the Quran. Whatever, if I say whatever, everything. It has been explained long time ago, but nobody touches that. It is based upon the empirical research that you do to understand what that is. Then people like me bring it out and explain it. People go, really? It's in the Quran? And they check it out and say, of course, it is in there. How did that get to be in there?
So what was preventing them from seeing it? Well,
it's all about research. Research is very key, and that is what the Quran have said. For example, in the Quran, somewhere the verse said, أَفَلَا تَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Don't you analyze the Quran with care? Don't you check it out? Had it came from someone, not God Almighty, there would be a lot of contradiction in it. So, Afala, don't you check it out? Don't you analyze it? That means it goes beyond just physical looking and reading. You have to think and go deep into thinking. And so that is what my institution and many other people are doing today to bring Islam at par with modernity.
And so you are modernizing it?
No. I'm not modernizing. If I modernize it, I'm going to change certain things within Islam. The belief system, I'm going to change it to make it fit modernity. No, I'm using the Quranic word without turning it, without twisting it, present it, which many people don't know. It's, correlation with science. So I use that to bring it up. And so they would understand, okay, this Quran also...
So people were practicing it without knowing what you are teaching now?
No, it's not like that. Again, we have laymen, those who study the Quran, but they didn't go deep into it. And each and every generation have their understanding about the Quran. As I'm speaking like this, in 50, 20 years ago, the same Quran is going to twist itself, turn itself to fit in the time that it is.
That is what we call modernization. And you have said you are not modernizing it.
You can modernize the Quran. It has been there. Nobody can change it. It's just that it has to be interpreted to fit the time that we live.
Any time, any era, no interpretation must change.
The same word.
The same word, but as I say, to be interpreted and fit that era.
Yes, without
we keep changing.
Without changing the actual meaning. Without changing the text itself.
Okay, I'm coming. Let's use this simple thing to get through. I want to understand you.
I get you.
So let's use this.
Right.
Allahu Akbar. How would you interpret it to fit this era? Can there be any interpretation?
There are certain words in the Quran that is across the board. You can interpret it anyhow. It means God is the greatest. Simple as that. But then again, you have to explain, what do you mean by God is the greatest? He's great because of this and that and this and that. And you begin to explain. Because many people think God is great, which they believe. But why is he great? That is when the sharp man comes into it. You have to bring a lot of analysis, a lot of presentation to make them really understand, of course, God is great because of this and that and this and that.
So is the accolades we are adding?
It? Absolutely. Sort of like that. Yes, ma'am.
Sandy and no lie. If we are adding accolades, my name keeps changing. They keep adding more.
They keep adding something in it, right.
So if that's the case, then it's not anything serious.
Okay.
Okay.